Hello, and welcome to a space where we make big goals feel simple and within your reach. Let us start by talking about a common dream. So many people want to speak English smoothly. They want to speak without hesitating. They want to feel confident in meetings, in interviews, or when traveling. But if you ask them how much time they give to English every day, they go quiet. They do not have an answer because they do not practice. It is a simple truth. You cannot get better at a language if you do not use it. But many learners believe a big lie. They think they need 5 hours of free time every day to see progress. They think they need a perfect teacher by their side. Or they believe they must move to a foreign country to finally speak well. This is simply not true. You do not need magic. You do not need to change your whole life. You only need 60 minutes. Just one focused hour every day can change everything. 1 hour of listening. 1 hour of speaking. 1 hour of reading. 1 hour of building your inner confidence. This small block of time might seem tiny at first. But when you use it every single day, it creates a massive shift. Today, we are going to look at how this single hour can completely transform your English, your mindset, and your path forward. While you listen to these words, just relax and let the ideas sink in. There are no tests here. There are no difficult rules to memorize. This is about making a simple choice for your own growth. Think about how much time we lose every day on small distractions. We check our phones, we scroll through social media, or we just sit and worry about the future. If we can take just a fraction of that lost time and give it to ourselves, everything changes. This is not about being perfect. This is about showing up for yourself. Let us take this journey together, one step at a time, and see how your English can grow naturally. Part 1. The illusion of time versus the power of focus. Let us look closely at a mistake that almost every language learner makes. They believe they do not have enough hours in the day. They look at their busy schedule. They see their work, their family, their studies, and their endless chores. They tell themselves that they are simply too busy to learn English. They think they need hours of empty time to make any real progress. But this is a big misunderstanding. The real issue is almost never about the amount of time you have. The real issue is how you use the time you actually have. Think about how most people study. They sit down at a desk. They open a book or start a video. But their phone is sitting right next to them. Within 2 minutes, the screen lights up. A message arrives. They pick up the phone. They reply to the message. Then they see a notification from social media. They click on it. They start scrolling. They look at pictures. They watch short videos. 10 minutes pass. 20 minutes pass. Suddenly they remember they were supposed to be studying. They put the phone down and try to read again. But their mind is already somewhere else. They are thinking about what they just saw online. They do not feel connected to the English words on the page. After an hour of this, they feel tired. They close the book. They tell themselves that they studied for a whole hour. But the truth is very different. Their mind was only present for a few minutes. Their brain did not absorb anything. They did not practice speaking. They did not train their ears. They only spent time feeling busy. This is what we call lazy hours. You can spend 3 or 4 hours in this state every single day. At the end of the month, your English will still be in the exact same place. You will feel frustrated. You will think that you are not smart enough. You might even want to give up entirely. But the problem is not your brain. The problem is your lack of attention. Now let us contrast this with 1 single hour of pure focus. Imagine a different scenario. You sit down in a quiet room. You turn off your phone. You put it in another room. You close all the extra tabs on your computer. There are no distractions. Your mind is fully present in this very moment. Your eyes are on the English text. Your ears are listening to clear English sounds. Your mouth is moving. Your brain is actively working to understand and build sentences. In this state, you are not just passing the time. You are training your mind like an athlete. To understand this, better think about going to the gym. Imagine 2 different people who go to the physical fitness center. The first person walks in. They spend half their time taking photos in front of the mirror. They talk to their friends. They check their social media between every exercise. They spend 2 hours at the gym, but they barely sweat. Their heart rate never goes up. They do not challenge their muscles. At the end of the day, their body does not change. They can do this for months, and they will look exactly the same. But look at the second person. They walk into the gym with a plan. They do not touch their phone. They go straight to the weights. They lift. They sweat. They focus on every single movement. They only stay for 45 minutes. But every minute is intense. Their muscles are working hard. Which person will see results? The answer is obvious. The second person will build strength and change their body. The first person will only waste their time. English is exactly like physical training. It is a skill that requires active effort, not passive looking. If you give just 1 real focused hour to English every single day, you will start to see a shift. It is a slow process, but it is incredibly steady. In the first few days, you might not feel any difference. You might still feel a bit slow or clumsy with your words. But do not let that stop you. After 1 week of daily focus, you will start to feel more comfortable. The sounds of the language will not feel so foreign anymore. After 1 month, your brain will recognize words much faster. You will understand more of what you hear. After 3 months of this steady practice, your confidence will begin to show. You will find yourself speaking with less hesitation. Your mouth will move more easily. And after 1 full year of this daily habit, the change will be undeniable. People around you will start to notice. They will ask you how you did it. They will think you found a secret shortcut. But the only secret was your daily hour of focus. We often want fast results. We want to speak fluently in a single week. We want to know thousands of words without any reading. We want to speak with power without ever opening our mouths to practice. But languages do not work that way. You cannot force growth overnight. You must build a relationship with English. You must meet it every day like a close friend. You must listen to it, speak it, and make mistakes with it. This 1 daily hour is a promise you make to yourself. It is a way of saying that your dreams are worth your time. It is a way of telling yourself that even if you are busy, you will still make progress. This mindset is what changes everything. It is not about perfect grammar. It is about the discipline to show up every single day. So do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for a better course or a better teacher. Start right now with what you have. Protect this 1 hour. Treat it with respect. It is the foundation of your future fluency. Part 2. The 1 hour blueprint. Dividing your time, now let us talk about how to actually use your 60 minutes. Many people decide to practice for an hour. They sit down with great energy. But then they realize they do not know what to do first. They open a random video on the internet. They watch it for 10 minutes. Then they get bored. They switch to a grammar website and read a rule. Then they try to memorize 5 difficult words. After that, they write down a few sentences. When the hour is over, they feel like they worked hard, but their English does not feel any stronger. This happens because their practice has no clear direction. It is like driving a car without a map. You gas up the engine and drive around in circles. You burn fuel, but you never reach your destination. To get real results, you need a simple system. You must divide your hour into 4 smart parts. Each part has a specific job. When you combine them, you build a complete language habit. Let us start with the first 15 minutes. This block belongs entirely to listening. Listening is the foundation of everything else. Before you can produce good English with your mouth, your ears must get used to the sound of it. Many learners make the mistake of listening to very hard things. They turn on the news or listen to complex debates. They only understand 10% of the words. This is not helpful. It only makes you feel stupid and tired. Instead, you should listen to simple English. Find easy stories, beginner podcasts, or daily conversations. And here is the real secret. Do not listen to 10 different things once. Listen to one simple thing 10 times. The first time you listen, you only try to catch the general meaning. The second time, you start to notice individual words. By the 5th time, your brain begins to recognize how the words connect. By the 10th time, you do not even have to translate the sentences in your head. They just make sense. For example, you might hear a simple sentence like this: I usually wake up early and prepare my breakfast. If you only hear this once, you might forget it. But if you hear it repeatedly, it becomes a natural part of your mind. Later, when you want to talk about your morning, your brain will offer you this exact sentence without any effort. Listening fills your mind with the raw material of the language. The second 15 minutes is for speaking. This is where most learners fail. They spend hours reading and listening. They understand almost everything. But the moment they need to speak, their mouth freezes up. It is a physical feeling. Your throat gets tight. Your tongue feels heavy. You know the words in your head, but you cannot get them past your lips. This happens because understanding a language and speaking a language are 2 completely different skills. Understanding is passive. Speaking is active muscle movement. If you never train your mouth to move, it will never feel comfortable. So you must speak aloud for 15 minutes every day. You do not need a partner for this. You do not need to have a perfect accent. You do not even need a big topic. Just start talking about whatever is around you. Talk about your day. Talk about what you are doing in the moment. For example, you can say, "Today is a busy day. I have a lot of work to do. I am sitting in my room now. I am practicing my English. I want to speak better. I know I make mistakes, but that is okay." This simple exercise is incredibly powerful. At first, you will stumble. You will hesitate. You might feel silly talking to an empty room. but you must keep going. Do not judge yourself. You are not giving a speech to a crowd. You are training the muscles in your mouth. When you do this daily, your tongue gets faster. Your brain learns to find words quicker. The freeze starts to melt away. The third 15 minutes is for reading. Reading is how you get new ideas and learn how sentences are built. But again, you must keep it simple. Do not try to read thick novels or advanced news articles. If you have to look up every second word in a dictionary, you will quickly lose interest. Choose easy stories, children books, or short articles about topics you enjoy. And do not read silently. Read aloud. This is a game changer for beginners. When you read aloud, you get the benefits of reading and speaking at the same time. You do not have to worry about what to say because the words are already written for you. You only have to focus on the pronunciation and the rhythm of the sentences. It is like speaking with a guide. Your voice gets used to the sound of English. Your confidence grows because you are hearing yourself speak correct sentences without making mistakes. The final 15 minutes is for writing and revision. This is the part that most people ignore. They are always in a rush to learn new things. They want to collect more and more words, but they forget that human memory is weak. If you do not review what you learn, you will lose it. Use these last 15 minutes to write down a few sentences about your day or about what you learned during your practice. Write down the new words you discovered. Write down a sentence that you found useful. For example, you can write, "Today, I practiced listening to a story about a traveler. I learned the word journey. I want to make my own journey successful." This simple habit of writing helps your brain organize its thoughts. It forces you to slow down and look at how words connect. It makes your grammar better without forcing you to memorize dry rules. When you write, you can see your own progress on paper. It gives you a physical record of your hard work. So your daily hour should not be a random mess. It should be a structured routine. 15 minutes of listening to fill your mind. 15 minutes of speaking to train your mouth. 15 minutes of reading aloud to build your rhythm. 15 minutes of writing and revision to lock everything into your memory. This system is simple, but it works. It covers all the core skills you need to become fluent. You do not need to be a genius to do this. You only need to be consistent. If you follow this plan for just 1 month, you will see a massive difference. Your ears will hear better. Your mouth will move faster. Your mind will feel clearer. Do not let your hour go to waste. Use this blueprint and make every minute count. Part 3. Real life over textbooks. Let us look at another major trap that keeps many learners stuck for years. They treat English like a school subject. They treat it like history or chemistry. They open heavy books. They memorize long lists of grammar rules. They fill out worksheets. They pass tests. But when they walk out into the real world, they cannot order a simple cup of coffee. They cannot explain how they feel to a colleague. They cannot answer a basic question without freezing. This happens because they are studying book English instead of living English. You must understand one simple truth. English is not a subject to be studied. It is a tool to be used. It is a living, breathing language. It exists to connect people. It exists to share stories, feelings, and ideas. When you only study rules, you treat English like a dead thing. You put it in a box. You only open that box during your study time. But if you want to speak fluently, you must let English out of the box. You must bring it into your actual life. During your one daily hour, you must focus on real-life English. This means practicing the language you actually need every single day. Think about your native language. You do not wake up and think about grammar rules. You do not analyze verb tenses before you speak to your family. You just talk. You talk about what you want to eat. You talk about your plans. You talk about your worries. This is exactly how you should use English. Let us build a clear picture of how this works. Imagine your morning routine. You do not need to sit at a desk to practice. You can do it while you are moving around your house. When your alarm goes off, speak to yourself in English. Say, I am waking up now. It is 7 in the morning. I feel a bit tired, but I must get up. Walk to the bathroom. Say, I am brushing my teeth. The water is cold. This is good. It wakes me up. Walk to the kitchen. Say, I am making my breakfast. I want some hot coffee. I am pouring the milk now. This might seem too simple. You might think it is too basic to help you. But this is where real fluency begins. When you describe your actions, you connect English directly to your physical world. You do not translate. You see the coffee pot, and your brain immediately thinks of the word coffee. You do not think of your native word first. You skip the middle step. This is the secret to fast speaking. It trains your brain to think in English. Most learners have a translation habit. They hear an English sentence. They translate it to their native language. They think of an answer in their native language. Then they translate that answer back to English. Finally, they speak. This process takes too much time. It makes your speaking slow and choppy. It makes you feel anxious because you are constantly checking your grammar. By narrating your day, you break this habit. You connect the action directly to the English word. You can also practice this when you go outside. Look around you and name what you see. Say, the sky is blue today. There are many cars on the street. That person is walking very fast. I am going to my office now. I hope today is a productive day. If you do not know a word, do not worry. Do not stop to look it up in a dictionary immediately. Just describe it using words you already know. If you do not know the word for a specific tool, call it a thing for fixing the car. This is what native speakers do when they forget a word. It keeps the conversation moving. Every day, choose one real topic to talk about during your speaking block. Do not choose difficult topics like global economics or space travel. Choose things that actually matter to your life. Talk about your family. Talk about your favorite childhood memory. Talk about your current job. Talk about your goals for the next year. Let us take the topic of your job as an example. You can say, I work in an office. My job is busy. I have to talk to many people every day. Sometimes I feel stressed. But I like my colleagues. They are very friendly. We often have lunch together. I want to get a promotion in the future. This is why I am practicing my English. I need to speak well in meetings. These sentences are simple. They do not use rare vocabulary. They do not use complex grammar structures. But they are incredibly useful. They are the exact sentences you need to connect with other humans. If you can say these simple sentences smoothly, you are already fluent in daily life. You do not need to sound like a professor. You just need to sound like yourself. Using real-life English also helps you remember vocabulary. When you learn a word from a list, it has no meaning to you. It is just a collection of letters on a page. Your brain does not care about it. So your brain throws it away. But when you use a word to describe your own life, it gets emotional weight. You attach a feeling or a memory to it. Imagine you learn the word comfortable. Do not just memorize the translation. Use it to describe your own world. Say, "My bed is very comfortable. I like wearing comfortable clothes at home. I do not feel comfortable speaking in public yet, but I am trying. Now the word belongs to you. It is connected to your bed, your clothes, and your feelings. Your brain will hold on to it because it is useful. Stop trying to learn thousands of useless words. Focus on the words that you actually use in your daily life. Look around your room right now. Can you name everything you see in English? Can you describe your job in 3 simple sentences? Can you explain what you did yesterday? If you cannot, then start there. Do not worry about advanced grammar until you can handle these simple tasks. Be a user of the language, not just a student. Use English when you are alone. Use it when you are walking. Use it when you are cooking. Make it a part of your daily environment. When you bring English into your real world, the fear of speaking starts to fade. It stops being a scary test. It becomes a natural habit. It becomes a part of who you are. Part 4. Muscle memory. Training your mouth. Let us look at a different side of learning. This is the physical side of speaking English. Many people study for years and still cannot speak. They know the rules. They know the words. But their mouth doesn't move. They feel like their tongue is tied. This is because they only trained their mind. They forget to train their body. Speaking a language is not just about knowledge. It is a physical action. It is like learning a sport. Think about a cricket player. A player can read many books about cricket. They can watch videos of matches. They can understand the rules perfectly, but if they never hold a bat, they cannot play. They will fail when they step onto the field. Their body does not know what to do. Think about a singer. A singer does not just look at the music notes. They do not just read the lyrics silently. They open their mouth. They practice singing the song. They sing it hundreds of times. They train their vocal cords. They train their breathing. They do this so the song becomes natural. English speaking is the same. Your tongue and lips are muscles. They need to learn new movements. English has different sounds. Your native language uses different mouth movements. When you try to speak English, your mouth has to move in new ways. If you do not practice these movements, you will struggle. You will know the word, but you cannot say it. It is like learning to ride a bicycle. You cannot learn from a book. You must get on the seat. You must push the pedals. You will wobble. You might fall down. But your legs slowly learn the balance. Soon you do not think about balancing. Your body just does it. This is muscle memory. During your daily hour, you must train your mouth muscles. You can do this with simple repetition. Take a useful sentence and say it aloud. Do not just say it once. Say it 10 times, Say it slowly at first. Let your tongue feel the shape of the words. Then say it a bit faster. Say it with energy. Let us use mirror practice to help with this. Imagine a learner named Emma. Emma wants to build her confidence. Every day she stands in front of her mirror. She looks at her own eyes. She speaks for 5 minutes. She talks about her day. She says, "My name is Emma. I am practicing my English. I want to speak clearly. I am making progress every day." At first, Emma feels very silly. She wants to laugh. She feels awkward looking at herself. This is completely normal. Almost everyone feels this way. But Emma does not stop. She keeps looking at herself. She watches how her mouth moves. She watches her facial expressions. After a few days, the awkward feeling goes away. Emma starts to feel more comfortable. She sees a confident person in the mirror. This visual practice is very powerful. It trains your brain to see yourself as an English speaker. It breaks the mental wall of fear. Another great tool is recording your own voice. This is a highly effective habit. Use your phone to record yourself speaking for 2 minutes. You can talk about any simple topic. You can talk about your favorite meal. You can talk about your plans for the weekend. After you finish, listen to the recording. This is the hardest part. Many people hate the sound of their own voice. They hear the recording and feel embarrassed. They think, "Do I really sound like that?" They want to delete the file. They want to stop practicing. But you must understand something. Your voice sounds different to you because of how sound travels. When you speak, you hear your voice through your head bones. When you listen to a recording, you hear it through the air. This is why it sounds strange. It sounds strange to everyone. It is not just you. You must push past this discomfort. Do not judge your voice. Do not feel bad about your mistakes. Listen to the recording like a helpful coach. Ask yourself simple questions. Did I speak too fast? Did I pause in the right places? Were my words clear? Do not focus on what you did wrong. Focus on how to make it better. If you repeat this every week, you will hear a real change. Your first recording might sound slow and hesitant. You might pause after every word. But your 10th recording will sound much smoother. You will hear the rhythm in your voice. You will see the physical proof of your progress. You do not need to know thousands of words to start. You do not need perfect grammar. You just need to use the words you already have. Speak them loudly. Speak them clearly. Let your mouth get used to the physical feeling of English. When you practice silently, you are only half learning. Silent study gives you knowledge, but speaking practice gives you fluency. You must make noise. You must let your voice be heard. Do not let fear keep you quiet. Your voice is not weak. It just needs physical training. Give it that training every single day. Part 5. The Art of Revision. Learning less to speak more. Let us look at another big mistake that keeps learners stuck. Many people believe they must learn something new every single day. They search for new lists of words. They look for new grammar rules. They watch a different video every morning. They collect information like a collector gathers old coins. But they never stop to look at what they already have. This is a dangerous trap. It leads to what we call the blank mind. Have you ever experienced this painful moment? You are in the middle of a conversation. You want to express a simple thought. You know that you learned the right word last week. You can almost see the page of the book in your mind, but the word will not come out. Your mind goes completely blank. You feel frozen and embarrassed. You start to think your memory is bad. You believe you are just not good at languages, but your memory is not the problem. The problem is how you treat new information. When you learn a word, once your brain puts it in a temporary storage room. It is like writing a phone number on a piece of paper. If you do not use that number, you will throw the paper away. Your brain does the same thing. If you do not revise a word, your brain thinks it is useless. It deletes the word to save space. To stop this, you must learn less and revise more. Imagine two different learners. The first learner tries to memorize 10 new words every day. They write them down in a big list, but they never look at that list again. At the end of the week, they have 70 words on paper. But they can only remember 2 or 3 when they speak. They feel exhausted and frustrated. Now look at the second learner. They only learn 3 new words a day. But they do something different. They do not just write them down. They play with them. They use them in sentences. They speak them aloud. They look at them again the next morning. At the end of the week, they only studied 21 words, but they can use every single one of them without thinking. They feel successful and confident. This is the power of deep learning. It is much better to master 5 words than to half-learn 50 words. You want your words to be active, not passive. Active words are the ones that jump to your tongue when you need them. Passive words are the ones you only recognize when you see them in a book. We want to build an active vocabulary. To do this, you can use a simple rule. We call it the 20-40-40 rule. When you sit down for your daily practice, divide your focus. Spend only 20% of your time on new things. This could be a new word or a short sentence pattern. Spend 40% of your time revising what you learned yesterday and last week, and spend the remaining 40% using those words in your speaking and writing. This rule keeps your mind clear. It stops you from feeling overwhelmed. For beginners, it removes the fear of learning too much. For intermediate learners, it builds smooth speaking. For advanced learners, it brings accuracy. A great tool for this is a mistake notebook. This is a small book where you write down your common errors. We all make mistakes when we learn. Mistakes are not bad. They are just signs that show us where we need to grow. But if you repeat the same mistake for months, it becomes a hard habit to break. Write down your common mistakes on one side of the page. Write the correct version on the other side. For example, write down the common error, he go to work. Right next to it, write the correct version, he goes to work. Write down, I am agree. Next to it, write, I agree. Write down, I have 20 years old. Next to it, write, I am 20 years old. Do not try to memorize complex grammar explanations. Just read your mistake notebook for 5 minutes every day. Look at the correct sentences. Speak them aloud. Your brain will slowly start to recognize the correct pattern. The next time you speak, your brain will stop you before you make the mistake. It will choose the correct words naturally. You should also practice changing simple sentences to build deep memory. This is a great way to revise. Take one useful sentence that you already know. For example, my English is getting better day by day. On the first day, just say this sentence aloud. On the second day, change one word. Say my speaking is getting better day by day. On the third day, change it again. Say my confidence is getting better day by day. On the fourth day, say my pronunciation is getting better day by day. By doing this, you are not just repeating a line. You are teaching your brain how to use a sentence pattern. You are building a solid foundation in your mind. When you need to speak in real life, you can easily change the words to fit your situation. You do not need a lot of different learning materials. You do not need to watch 50 different channels. Find one good lesson and master it. Listen to it today. Repeat it tomorrow. Write about it the next day. Speak about it on the fourth day. This deep practice is what brings real progress. Your English does not grow by what you watch once. It grows by what you practice many times. Revision is the secret key to fluency. It turns weak memories into strong habits. It makes your speaking fast and natural. So do not rush. Slow down. Learn less, revise more, and use what you know every single day. Part 6. Consistency over motivation. The daily promise. Let us talk about the real engine of success. It is not your talent. It is not how smart you are. It is not having a perfect accent. The biggest secret to speaking English is consistency. This word sounds simple, but it is very hard to practice. Most people fail because they rely on motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings are like the weather. They change every single day. One morning you wake up and you feel excited. You want to conquer the world. You study English for 2 hours. You feel great. But the next day it rains. You're tired. You had a bad day at work. Suddenly, you do not want to study. You want to lie on the couch. You want to watch television. If you only practice when you feel like it, you will never succeed. Your progress will stop. Think about the difference between a beginner and a master. The beginner starts with high energy. They buy new notebooks. They download 5 different apps. They tell everyone they are learning English. They study hard for 3 days. But then the initial excitement fades. They get busy. They feel tired. They stop practicing. They wait for the motivation to return. But it doesn't come back. Months pass, and they are still in the exact same place. They feel like they failed. Now look at the master. The master does not wait for a feeling. They do not care if they are tired. They do not care if they had a bad day. They have a promise. They show up and do the work anyway. This is the difference between a wish and a goal. You must treat your daily hour like brushing your teeth. Think about it. You do not wake up every morning and ask yourself a question. You do not say, "Should I brush my teeth today?" You do not wait until you feel motivated to do it. You do not say, "I am too tired to brush my teeth. Today I will do it next week." No, you just do it. It is a natural habit. It is a part of who you are. Your English practice must become the same. It should be automatic. You do not think about it. You just do it because it is time. To make this easy, you need a fixed time. Choose a specific hour of the day. Maybe it is early in the morning before everyone else wakes up. Maybe it is during your lunch break. or maybe it is at night before you go to sleep. Keep this time the same every day. When your schedule is fixed, your brain stops fighting you. You do not waste energy deciding when to study. Your mind knows that when 7 o'clock arrives, it is English time. This structure creates discipline. Discipline is what keeps you moving when your feelings tell you to stop. But we must be realistic. Life is not perfect. There will be dark days. There will be days when you are sick. There will be days when you have too much work. You might feel totally exhausted. On those days, the thought of practicing for a whole hour feels like a heavy mountain. When this happens, many learners quit. They think if I cannot do the whole hour, there is no point in doing anything. This is a huge mistake. This is where the minimum practice rule comes in. On your worst days, make a smaller deal with yourself. Tell yourself, I will only practice for 10 minutes today. That is all. 10 minutes is nothing. Anyone can find 10 minutes. You can listen to a short story while you make tea. You can speak 5 sentences aloud while you put on your shoes. You can read 1 short paragraph. This 10-minute practice is not about learning new words. It is about keeping your habit alive. It is a massive victory for your mind. You are telling your brain that English is still important. You are proving that you are in control of your actions. Even when you are tired, you did not break the chain. This builds incredible inner strength. It is much better to do 10 minutes than to do nothing at all. What happens if you actually miss a day? Sometimes, despite your best efforts, you fail to practice. Maybe there was an emergency. Maybe you just forgot. When this happens, do not fall into the guilt trap. Many learners miss one day and start to feel terrible. They think I ruined my routine. I am not disciplined enough. They feel so bad that they do not practice the next day either. One missed day becomes a missed week. A missed week becomes a missed month. Soon they stop completely. You must avoid this drama. If you miss a day, accept it. It happened. It is in the past. Do not waste energy feeling guilty. Do not overthink it. Just return to your practice the very next day. A strong learner is not someone who never makes a mistake. A strong learner is someone who gets back on track immediately. If you fall down, just stand up again. No complaints, no excuses, just start your hour. Make sure your daily hour is something you actually enjoy. If your practice feels like a punishment, you will not keep doing it. You are a human, not a machine. Choose topics that interest you. If you like sports, read about sports in English. If you like cooking, watch cooking videos in English. Talk about your own life, your own dreams, and your own memories. When you connect English to things you love, the hour passes quickly. It stops feeling like work. It becomes a special time of the day that you look forward to. Your daily hour is a long-term investment. You are building your future self. Every sentence you speak is a brick. Every word you revise is a nail. You are building a bridge to a better life. Do not let your temporary mood destroy your progress. Protect your hour. Respect your promise. Show up for yourself every single day. Your future self will thank you for the choice you make today. Let us look back at the journey we have mapped out today. We started with a simple truth. English does not change because of magic. It changes when you give it your time, your focus, and your daily effort. Think of your English like a tiny seed planted in the ground. You do not plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. The growth of a tree is completely silent. It happens deep beneath the soil, where no one can see. But every single day that seed is changing. It is growing roots. It is drinking water. It is slowly reaching up toward the light. Your daily practice is exactly the same. Every sentence you speak makes you stronger. Every word you revise makes you sharper. Every mistake you correct makes you better. Every hour you give is building your future. You might not see the change tomorrow morning. Your friends might not notice any difference next week. But do not let the silence fool you. Progress is happening. It is building up inside your mind. It is preparing to show itself to the world. So let us throw away the old excuses. We must replace them with strong beliefs. Do not say that you do not have time. Instead, say that you will create 1 hour. Do not say that your English is weak. Instead, say that your speaking is improving. Do not say that you cannot speak. Instead, say that you are learning to speak. Do not say that it is too late. Instead, say that this is your starting point. Your journey does not have to be perfect. It only needs to continue. 1 hour today, 1 hour tomorrow, 1 hour the day after. 1 year from now, you will look back on this moment. You will remember the day you made a promise to yourself. You will see how far you have traveled. You will see the obstacles you have overcome. And you will smile. Because you will realize that this 1 hour changed everything. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Your voice is powerful. Your future is waiting for you, and you are ready.